kidslearnpianolive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Klopple Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at learnpianolive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a Question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started. Hey, welcome back to kidslearnpianolive.com. My name is Jamin, and this is not Elias. This is Gabe. I know, trust me, they're two different people. This is Glorious Gabe, and Glorious Gabe is going to be learning this song, the Sia song from the My Little Pony movie, right along with you. And of course, moderating for us today, we have the incomparable Kendra. How's it going, Kendra?
It's going great. How are you, Jamin?
Fantastic. Hey, how did we pick up 150 points this week?
Oh, so what you do...
Oh, no, time out. Hang on. We can tell them. We got a second here.
What?
Kendra last night just took home the prize for Sacramento's Got Talent. It's like America's Got Talent, but just for Sacramento, and she rocked it. She was awesome.
I'm so happy.
She won the prize for the whole thing.
I'm so happy. Thank you. I'm still in shock, I think.
Yeah, awesome. Are you going to post the video of you soon?
Wait, like performing?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's on your channel?
On my Instagram account.
Okay,
yeah.
Sure. Okay, we'll send out a link to it so everyone can go watch that.
Thank you.
Yeah, cool. So tell us about the thing.
Weekly activity.
Yes, the weekly activity.
So all you have to do is match up the character with the character name. The cast members are just there for fun. But you take let's say you take one of the little ponies.
Right.
I don't know their names because I've never seen the movie. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I know, it's terrible.
Okay.
And then you match it up with the name. So, I know one of them's name...
Wait a second. Time out.
Oh, sorry.
I've seen the movie because of my daughter. he's seen the movie because of his little sister, and you haven't seen the movie?
No, I don't have any siblings.
I would not have been able to predict this. You haven't seen the My Little Pony, and both the dudes have. Right
I know,
on.
that's pretty, yeah.
Sorry, okay, go ahead. So you match them up, and then what?
What?
What do you
No. So you just match up the character with the character name. So like if you say, I know one of them's name is Tempest, I think.
Okay.
So you match up Tempest with Tempest.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
It's, I don't know.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
nice. It's 150 points, just like that. Nice. All right, well,
cool.
today we...
and then you have to share it on social media and tag
that's right. Thank you. Yes. And that should be in the email that everyone received today as well. Cool. So we've got our super duper fast but super duper repeaty song. The fast part means it's hard. The repeaty part means that it's easy. So it's a really... and of course, Clapple. Yes. Thanks for joining us, Clapple. So that means it's going to be both really hard and really easy. Once you get the hard part down, then you've pretty much got the whole song. So I'm not going to give you any hints on this. I'm just going to send you away to go practice. See you later. We'll see you on level 3. And all of you at home, make sure you have your PDF out, and let's find out what these notes are supposed to be. And I'm just going to trust that you're all out there because I can't see a thing in this wig, but I love it. It's awesome. So then we've got the very first thing we need is a bunch of A's. So in order to play a bunch of A's, we're going to find a group of 3 black notes, like these ones right here. Not a group of 2, like these ones. Group of 3, and then you're going to take the middle note and you're just going to drag it up right there. And that's going to be an A every single time. So that group of 3, take the middle note and you drag it up and you'll land on an A every single time. So we got this group of 3, drag the middle note up, we land on an A, and we just have 5 of those in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While we're playing that, we say, I can see a rain, because those are lined up with these notes right here. I can see a rain. So make sure you say the words out loud, especially on these fast songs. It's really important to say the words out loud so that you can tell when it is you're supposed to move, because that's always the difficult part, especially if you've got a note that repeats a lot, like 5 A's all in a row. So I can see a rain, and then you're just going to go down 1 note. You'll land on a G. I know it doesn't make any sense, but 1 over from A is a G. So we're going to go from 5 of those and then play a G. Now, this next part right here, I'll give you a little hint that if you use your left hand on this part, it'll make it way easier, because you've got to jump from the G all the way down to a C. And the C is right below a group of 2 black notes. So you need that C, but most people are going to go, I can see a rainbow. They're going to look for the C, they're going to play the C, and then the very next thing you do after 2 C's is another G. And so then you got to come back up and try to find the G again, and by then you're totally lost. And the track has moved on, you're like, I can't do this. So instead you're going to play 5 A's and then a G, come in with your left hand, play 2 C's, and that way your right hand is still on that G. And we have tears as they...
Hello.
Yes, hi. What's up, Kendra?
I wanted to clarify for everyone why we're all dressed up. That just crossed my mind.
I said the word Sia, but that might not make any sense. Okay,
right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so you are Sia.
I'm Sia, of course.
Yes,
you know what? For all anybody knows, I could actually be the real Sia.
I know.
I've just been hiding my beautiful singing voice all these lessons.
And it's just your voice is a little bit deeper though.
Well, I put on a show for my fans. Okay, and then, so you are, you're the rainbow part.
I'm just rainbow. This is just a hat that I had, and it's rainbow.
That makes sense. Thank you, because otherwise our costumes would not go together. But we are Sia
and see the tie-dye, and I got like the rainbow bracelet. And the
beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right, so back to our notes.
Goodbye, everyone.
So we had our fingers on a C and on a G, and then the next note that we're going to need after those 3 G's is 2 B's and then an A. So you're on a C right here. You just move it over 1, you land on a B. So your right hand's going to kind of take care of these notes up here. Your left hand's going to kind of take care of these notes down here. So I can see a rainbow in your tears as they fall on down. Good news. That's the first 3 lines of the entire song. You just change the words around, and you've already played that one, and the first one, and the second one, and the third one. Things don't really change until we get to that last line, but let's try the part that we know so far with the track. We're going to go 3 times in a row. All of those notes, like I said, they're really fast, but once you learn them, they'll repeat a lot. Here we go. 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2. You're going to pause at the beginning, and ready, go. I can see a rainbow in your tears as they fall on down. And then just do it again. We have the last part. So we'll stop the track here for a second while we play those. You were already on A right there. This is going to be the lowest note of the entire song. You're going to play 2 Gs right here. It's just to the left of the A that you were playing. So you're going to play 2 Gs. We're going to jump up to B and then go down to A and then G, A, B, C, D. And once we get to that last part, this phrase right here, we're just going to walk straight through. It's just G, A, B, C, D. So then we have, as the sun comes out. Yeah? So once you have that all down, the whole entire track altogether sounds something like this. Here we go. What? Really? Shit, we just started. Okay, fine. This will be our last time through. You win, Clavel. And a 2. And a 1, 2, here we go. I can see a rainbow in your tears as they fall on down. I can see your soul grow through the pain as they hit the ground. I can see a rainbow in your tears as the sun comes out. As the sun comes out. Yeah. And then if you want to at the end, you can play a C. The song kind of continues on after that, but your track just ends there on a C. And as you can tell, these things are kind of clumped up here at the end. Out. So make sure you play the A and the B together, take a little tiny pause, and then play the C and the D together. But before we move on to level 2 and learn the notes there, I want to show you a video clip of me when I was guest appearing on the James Gordon late night show. Check this out. Okay, maybe I can't hit those notes. I tried while the video was playing. All right, so maybe I'm not seeing it. But did anyone else, at the end of that, I didn't catch it there before, but at the end when he like waves by, he's all, see you later. Ha, ha. I didn't catch that the first time. See you later. Let's level up.
Transitioning to level 2. This may be confusing to level 1 students, so please continue to practice the level 1 version, or visit learnpianolive.com/level 2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
You get it? Because of Sia, right? The person, but also the, right? Do you get it? Okay. So this is all the exact same notes as level 1, but now we're on level 2 where things look scarier and sound exactly the same. So we have a bunch of lines and dots and all kinds of craziness going on here. Let me show you just a couple things that you'll need to notice here at the beginning. The reason that we don't start right away is that we have this big block right here. And that big block right there just means that you're supposed to wait for 2 beats. So that's why we just go 1, 2, and then we start with this craziness. You can see there's 2 bars on each of these notes here. That makes them 16th notes. That means that those are supposed to be played really super, super fast. These ones only have 1 bar like that. Those are 8th notes, and you already know this if you're in Clavel Academy level 3 or higher, but the double barred ones are going to have, there's going to be twice as fast as these ones. Same thing goes with the rests. So we have a regular quarter rest right there, and then this double flagged rest right there, which is a really, really, really short one. So it's like a beat plus just a half a millisecond right there. And then we got a bunch of really fast notes all in a row. Also notice this guy right here, that little swoopy line right there means that those 2 notes are tied together. So you would not actually play those 2 Gs, you would just play the 1 G and you would hang on to it, and no pen. Nice. So you play 1 G, you would hang on to it through that one, and then you would continue on. So you only actually have 3 Gs there, even though it looks like there's 4, which is why it's different from the level 1. Level 1, you just have 3 Gs. Here you also have, you're playing 3 Gs. But there's 4 of them that show up on the page because 2 of them are tied together. And I think that's all you need to know about this. We have another tie over here, and we've got all kinds of crazy 16th notes and 8th notes going through it. But I think the most important thing is just that we practice this a lot. So let's try this. Here we go. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3. We're going to start with that rest. And 1, 2. I can see the rainbow in your tears as they fall on down. I can see your soul grow through the pain as they hit the ground. I can see a rainbow in your tears as the sun comes down. As the sun comes down. And then the end, you can play a C there if you want. We'll get to that in the insanity level. All right, before Clapple jumps in, let's try this thing again. Here we go. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2. Ready, wait. 1, 2. In your tears as they fall on down. I can see your soul grow through the pain as they hit the ground. I can see in your tears as the sun comes out. As the sun comes out. And then maybe end on a C if you want. There's no word for it. You can play it anyway. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, cool. Let's go again, friends. Here we go. Oh, really? I couldn't be going any faster. We just explained the stuff and then jumped in. All right, here we go. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2. I can see the rainbow in your tears as they fall on down. I can see your soul grow through the pain as they hit the ground. I can see both in your tears as the sun comes down. As the sun comes down. And then maybe end on a C if you want. Okay, cool. That's the whole entire thing. Like I said, is really super fast. So if you feel like you're not able to get it each time it comes around, it's like, I only get the first couple notes. That's perfectly fine. That's totally normal. Just know that when you finally do get it down, that you're just going to get to repeat that over and over. So don't think of it as that you can only get the first few notes. Think of it as you can get the first few notes of each of the lines. So you're almost all the way there if you have most of that line down. All right, so then I guess that means that it's time for Mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the Mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
And this week it's from Anja M, who says, Dear Jamin, how can I request to learn my favorite song on an upcoming Kids Learn Piano Live lesson? The answer is learnpianolive.com/next song. We put a list of some of the songs that have been frequently requested there. There's a lot of stuff that's out of season there. So there's like a lot of Christmas songs because we get a lot of requests for Christmas songs. And we only get to do them like once a year, pretty much. We have some Halloween songs that are coming up, so we try to match it with the seasons and stuff. But if you got a song that you just really, really, really love, then you can go to learnpianolive.com/next song, and then you can make your request there and see what other people have requested and stuff too. So that might help you out there, or you can just text me or email me. I know, Anja, you actually did put a request for a song in the bottom of your email, so that one is definitely on the list. But for anybody else out there who's wanting to know, you can request it there at learnpianolive.com/next song. Let's level up.
Transitioning to level 3. This may be confusing to level 1 and 2 students. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level 3 to understand how this level works.
All right, so it sounds like there might be some technical difficulties in the chat room, so Kendra's going to let us know if we need to do something about that. But for right now, we'll continue on as we were. This is going to be all of the exact same notes as we had before, except now we're going to add in just a little bit of left hand. We actually have 3 notes in the left hand. You can totally do this. We have a C, and then we have an F, and we have a G. Not in that order, but those are the 3 notes, a C, an F, and a G. I would put your pinky on the C, so you're all ready for it. I would put your pointer finger on the F, so you're all ready for that. And then you can put your thumb on the G. And if you want to, you can put them all down here. Personally, I like it better down there, but when they're written on the paper, they are actually written right here. So I'm going to play them down here. It goes F, and then C, and then G. So you're going to play your pointer finger, your pinky, and then your thumb. There you go. That's the whole thing. Now you just have to line them up with the appropriate places. So that whole time at the beginning where we were doing nothing before, now we're playing an F because that's the very first thing that comes in. That F is lined up with that rest right there. So we're going to play the F, and then we play I can see a rainbow, and then see what happens. This C right here is lined up with that rest. So once again, you're going to play just the left hand, the C by itself, and then you'd play all the right hand notes, except this G right here is lined up perfectly with what's on the top. It's that G right there, except it's the G that's tied over. So you're actually going to be playing that G, holding it out, and then playing the left hand G. So that would sound something like this. We'd start with the F. We'd play I can see a rainbow, C by itself. In your tears, hold it out, and play the G right there. As they fall on down. And then we're back to the same thing. And we pretty much have that exact same thing happening over and over until we get to the very last line, where it's just a really, 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 really long F, and then a really, 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 really long G. And that's really all there is to that. So we have F, C, G, F, C, G, F, C, G, over and over and over until we have F and G at the end. Let's try this once before we check in with Glorious Gabe. Here we go. And a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, F. I can see a rainbow, C, in your tears as they fall on down. I can see your soul grow, through the pain as they hit the ground. I can see a rainbow in your tears as the sun comes out. As the sun comes out. And then maybe a couple C's at the end if you want. I don't know. Let's ask Glorious Gabe. Have a seat here, my friend. And I don't know, what do you think? Have you been playing anything at the very, very end of it, or have you just been going with the notes that are on the page?
I have been playing the end part.
The end part. Can you show me the end part? Yes. Yeah, nice. At the end of that, you could throw in an extra C if you want to.
Yeah.
Or not. What level would you like to look at while you're playing?
Level 5.
Level 5. Once again, someone who likes to start at the end and work their way back. Sometimes the numbers are easier than the letters, but yeah, here we go. Maybe Glorious Gabe is just that good. He likes to start with hard stuff. Here we go. And a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, and wait. I can see your rainbow in your tears as they fall on them. Yes, beautiful. I can see your soul grow through the pain as they hit the ground. I can see a rainbow in your tears as the sun comes out. And here it is, as the sun goes out. Nice, and then end with a C. It's not on the page, but you nailed it anyway. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. So I don't really know what else we could add in. Maybe some left hand or something. The timing on most of the notes sounded really great. You got all the right notes in the right order. This is awesome. That's why we call you Glorious Gabe. And this is why you point at them and say, let's level up.
Let's level up.
Transitioning to level 4. This may be unsettling to lower levels. please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level4 for an in-depth explanation on how to conquer this level.
Alrighty, so we are going to take a really quick pause here and just make sure that all of our technical difficulties have been taken care of, and we'll be right back in about 30 seconds. Here we go. Play any of the notes of the F chord, which are F and A and C, and the way that you would know that is either by just knowing your F chord, because you played a bunch of them before, or you could go over to this chart over here, which is going to have the listings for all the chords. This is the F chord, and that's going to be Fs and As and Cs. There we go. And then you also have all of those notes written out right there. So those are all of your chords. Just an F and a C and a G is all you're going to need to know. So if we just tried playing the melody with added chord tones in our right hand, it would sound something like this. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see a rainbow. Something like that would be right. So that's just playing chord tones, but making sure that the melody note, the notes that we've been playing this whole time, end up being the highest notes. So not playing any notes higher than the melody. So on I Can See a Rainbow, right there, we just want to make sure that we play any notes from the F chord that are down below. We wouldn't want to play any of these notes up here, because any of these notes would be higher than that note. Of course, you can always go to learnpianolive.com/level4 for more explanation on how to do that. And then the left hand, like I said, is just going to have some of the rhythm. Boom, duck, dum, boom. It's still just Fs during the F section, but it has that rhythm to it. And then the C section, and then the G section. So just the left hand by itself would sound something like this. And a 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. F. And then, of course, you can end on a C if you want. And just like we did on level 3, you're going to want to line up the left hand and the right hand together to make sure that those are all going together. So, for example, the very first I happens right there with a low, low, low F. So we'd go F, 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 I can see a rainbow is our first measure. I can see a rainbow. I can see a rainbow. So you'll need to slow it all way, 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 way down so you can practice it super slow and line up all the right hand and left hand, especially if you're going to start adding the one ring finger right here, the one right next to your pinky. So whenever you are playing notes, especially if we have something like this, some long string of notes, and you want to leave one of your fingers out, and you end up here, and you end up having to do stuff like that to make it work, then you should cross your thumb under, and if you want to leave a finger out, leave out that finger right there. So your ring finger is the one you'd want to leave out. That would be okay. That's thumb, pointer, middle, thumb, pointer. This might be a little bit difficult for some people because this one right here is going to want to misbehave when you try to play that one finger by itself. So if you got to leave a finger out, always leave the ring finger out because that's always going to be the most difficult one. And if you need to cross any fingers, don't cross the end fingers like that. Always tuck your thumb under as soon as possible. Maybe under your pointer finger or under your middle finger. And of course, if you're in Clopple Academy level, like I think even 1, we start talking about how to tuck your fingers under and stuff like that. So you'll be getting that stuff if you're in Clopple Academy. But yes, that's the sound of Kendra. What's up? Hey!
Well, since I wasn't really in this feature today, I think I thought I'd pop in.
Okay,
you know?
Because you're feeling lonely.
Yeah, so I was just going to say 2 things, actually.
Yes. Okay, of
One,
course.
first is about the Clopple Academy thing.
Yes.
I did the Clopple Academy levels 1 and 2, and
Yes.
I still need to do 3.
Yes, well,
still waiting.
Still waiting on me to give you, because we keep updating level 3.
Yeah.
And yes, I haven't given that to you yet. There's a couple other people who are in similar situations.
And I just want to say how helpful that. Whoa, did my mic?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to say how helpful that has been for me because I never knew how to do like the scales. I don't know why. I just never knew how to do that, and then I finally learned, and I'm like, that is
Forces you to do it. Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for that ad for exactly what we're doing here.
No.
Awesome.
And I just got something in the chat says we lost our connection as well.
Okay, so there's more than one person who's
Right.
having a hard time getting the buffering on our video. Okay.
And
all right, good to know.
And I have a fact about the thing. I know this
Can
is
we do that? Can we do that at the
later?
end on the welcome?
Yes.
All right,
okay.
on the goodbyes.
Cool.
All right. Fantastic. Cool. So, well, you know what? That was our feature of the day. So let's go ahead and level up.
Transitioning to level 5. This may be terrifying to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level or visit learnpianolive.com/level 5 for training on how to survive this level.
All right, so here we are on level 5. This is where we're going to play all of the exact same notes, except we're going to count them in numbers instead of letters. So that would be a number 1, that would be a number 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, and a 7, and then we're back to a 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now at the beginning of the song, we are counting like this. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 5, instead of counting with A, G. So then you're just gonna have to follow the ups and downs like you did on level 1, I think, is where we had just the letters and you had to like tell whether they go up or down or whatever. So then like this 5 to a 1 should look like it's going from 5 down to 1. So we would have a 6, kind of a high 6, and then we go to 5, we go down to the 1, 2 of those, 3 of the 5s, and then down to 7, another 7, and then a 6. And then we're way back up with a high 6 again, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 5. And then the left hand is just going to be the chords that are based on the numbers that you see here. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have a 4 chord that's built on the 4. We'd have every other note starting on the 4. So right there, that's our 4 chord. And then we play the 6 right here. So we got 4 chord, and then 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 5. And then we go to a 1 chord, as you can see right there. Our 1 chord. And that happens before so this is the 1 chord because it's built on the 1. It's every other note starting on the 1. Cool. And then we have the 4 chord, and we also have a 5 chord in there as well. And just like we did on level 4 with the chords, you can put those chords anywhere you want. So that's a 5 chord, that's a 5 chord, and that's a 5 chord, and that's a 5 chord. There's 5 chords all over the place. So the 1 chord could be there, or there, or there, wherever you think it sounds best. I like the videos the most, I think, where you guys just kind of make up your own stuff. You do the stuff that's on the page, and then you go, all right, and here's some other stuff that I'd like to throw in too that I thought sounded cool. That's my favorite. So here we go. I'm going to try just the left-hand chords. Actually, you know, let's try them both together. We'll do the 4 chord, the 1 chord, and the 5 chord. I'll try to play them down there, and I'll try not to mess with those. And I'm also going to try to call out the numbers as we go, and then we'll be checking back in with Glorious Gabe to see what he's got. Here we go. That's gonna be our 4 chord right there. And a 1, 2, 3, and 4 chord. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 5, 1 chord. 1, 1, 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 5. 1, 1, 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 5. 1 chord. 1, 1, 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 6. 5, 5, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. And then. And having the numbers up and down like that really especially helps out on sections like this where it looks like it would go 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, except that all the numbers go straight up, so it's just walking straight up. But you probably already knew that if you were paying attention during levels 1 through 4. So let's be rid of me playing this song and check out what Glorious Gabe has gotten. Come on over, my friend. How'd it go in there? Good. All right. So last time you played this thing nearly perfectly, just a couple smushy rhythms in there. Now it looks like you're prepared to do something with 2 hands. This cannot be.
I'll try. Yeah.
You'll try? Oh, you don't have to. Okay. What would you like to try?
Well, let's try it with chords and see.
Try it with chords, he says. Oh my goodness. So level 5 still.
Right.
Okay. Good luck. Here we go. Oh, yes, you're already all over it. Here we go. And a 2. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 4 chord. I can see a rainbow in your tears as they fall on down. I can see your soul grow through the pain as they hit the ground. I can see a rainbow in your tears as the sun comes out. Yeah, as the sun comes out. And then end on a 1. Beautiful. Love it. Yeah, cool. And one of the crazy things about playing piano is you can have like a whole really difficult thing, like all memorized and all perfect, and then you change like one little note and your brain just like freaks out. It's like, what? No, I don't know how to do any of it anymore. So each time you add a new little something, like you weren't adding a little something, you were adding a whole left-hand part. But each time you add something like that, if it freaks out the rest of your notes, that's totally normal and fine. So if that happens to you at home, that's fine. That happens to me too. It just means you gotta practice a little bit more. But they're all waiting to find out who won the $10 gift card this week. Let's find out. Thank you all for joining us this week. Our cat winner this week was?
3-1.
3-1. Thanks for all the help on the technical difficulties. Hopefully all that stuff can get ironed out before next week to find out if it goes on our end or yours or whatever. We'll work it out. Don't forget to send us a survey of the lesson and send us your video of whatever you make up this week. Love you. Bye. Hey, great, you're still here, so you must want more. Well, I've got 4 things for you: archives, practice tips, points, and jokes. First of all, if you didn't like this week's song, I'm sorry, and you can always go to learnpianolive.com/next song and vote for what our next song should be. And right now you can go to the Kids Lesson Archives and just pick a different song and work on that this week. Now you probably don't have the whole song down yet, so what you can do is, this helps a lot of people, just next time pretend that you're the in-studio student and that in level 3 and level 5 we're going to be checking in with you and you've got to play at least some of the songs. I find that my students that come in and they're the in-studio students, they actually learn the songs way faster than they learn their regular songs I give them in their regular lessons. So if you just pretend that you're the in-studio student and that someone's going to be watching you, then that might help a lot. Also, you have the practice log that you can send in for extra points, and that can help you practice. And there's the daily challenge where you get extra points for logging your practice time there as well. Just click on daily challenge and it will play a video that doesn't have any sound really. You just practice, and then every now and then you'll hear a sound like this.
The number 7.
And then once you collect all of the letters and numbers, then you just put them in and you submit that, and you get points for doing that, and you get better because in between all those letters and numbers, you're practicing your song from the week. Of course, once you know the song, then definitely record yourself on your mom's cell phone or on your tablet or on whatever, and use the video submission button, and so you can send us your video that way and get points for that as well. You might even become the featured video for the week. All right, so let's move on to points. Here's the different ways you can get points. You can get up to 50 points just for participating in the chat in the live lesson. You get 300 points on top of that if you are the person in the chat room that week who makes the most helpful comments during the chat. That daily music challenge thing that I told you about, every day when you click on that and you submit the secret code, 150 points just for doing that. Every song comes with a practice log, and if you fill that out and have your parents sign it and you send that in, that's worth 300 points right there. Each week on Facebook and in the email that we send you, we give you a new weekly activity. It's just a fun little maze or puzzle or something to do. It doesn't really have much to do with music, but it does have something to do with that week's song, and it has something to do with getting you 150 points. Then if you click on survey at the end of the lesson and you fill that out and give us some feedback about the song, then we've given out up to 500 points before for great comments and feedback in the survey. Of course, submit your videos of you playing. Almost every video that gets submitted earns at least 200 points, even if it's not perfect. I guess work on it a little bit, but I'm just saying it doesn't have to be perfect. Here's another one. Every single month at learnpianolive.com/contest, we have a contest and usually give out at least 400 points, and oftentimes there are other gift cards and other prizes included in that contest. Okay, now we're getting into some big numbers. If you ever go to a concert that is classical music or it's classic jazz, which means like swing and bebop and stuff like that, you can ask your parents if it's a classic jazz concert. Then you get 500 points just by having your parents let us know what concert you attended. Now I keep asking you to send us your videos, and almost always you get points right up front for submitting those videos. Don't forget to put the legal disclaimer on your video. You have to say at the beginning, this is for use at kidlearnpianolive.com. But here's an additional way to pick up 750 points. If later on, a month down the road, a year down the road, 5 years down the road, if one of the videos that you submit to us ever gets 1,000 views, send us the link to your video. We will give you 750 points. Okay, but is there anything that I could do that's worth thousands of points? Yes, there is. If you're in Klopple Academy, every time you go from level 1 to level 2, or level 2 to level 3, every single time you level up, you get 3,000 points. And that's not even the biggest one. You get 5,000 points every single time someone signs up for kidslearnpianolive.com and they say that you are the one who sent it here. Okay, last thing before I say goodbye, for real. I told you that I would tell you my favorite joke, and here it is. A butcher backs up into his meat grinder and gets a little behind in his work. Gets a little behind in his work because he's a butcher. It's funny. Trust me. It's awesome. If you didn't think it was funny, that's fine. But go to learnpianolive.com/jokes and you can see some of our students' favorite jokes and you can submit your own. I think that's finally it. I will see you in another live lesson. Love ya. Good luck. Have fun.